Where does our food go when we throw it away? If you live in California, then it's required that 75% of our organic waste gets diverted from landfills and converted into products such as energy, mulch, and compost.
So why are we still composting out here?
Food scraps and yard waste that you throw in your green bin, or trash can depending on your jurisdiction, still have a long way to go before they reach their final destination. In San Jose, for example, material placed in the trash bin gets picked up and driven to a material recovery facility, where the organics get sorted out by robots and by hand before being loaded into another truck and sent off to an industrial composting facility. From there, large-scale compost sites use methods like windrows or aerated static piles to process the material into finished compost, which can be used in landscaping, median projects, and agriculture.
If organics will be composted eventually, then why do we still want to encourage backyard and community-scale composting?
Backyard composting is exactly what it sounds like, setting up a bin or a pile and adding food waste and yard scraps to it and letting it break down over time. Community composting takes that same idea to a shared neighborhood scale, where a group of people contribute materials and manage a compost system together, like what we do here at the Composting Education Program. There are a number of benefits to composting at this scale that industrial composting cannot quite meet. For one, you can control what feedstocks go into your compost. Industrial facilities have to accept whatever comes to them, which can include contaminants like microplastics and glass. Even food containers and fiberware that are labeled compostable can introduce forever chemicals into compost and into soil. This is partially because sorting systems aren't perfect. Technology like AI is improving how well facilities are able to sort their material, but mistakes are still common. This means that organic material can sometimes end up in the landfill, and non-organic material can end up in composting facilities. Backyard and local composting also decreases how far material has to travel, which can lighten the load on our roads and also improve air quality. And finally, community composting is about more than the compost itself. It's also about community. Getting outside, meeting other composters, and learning more about the food systems in your local area are good for both the individual and the community as a whole. And at the end of the process, you get high-quality, contaminant-free compost that you can use however you see fit. So in summary, small-scale composting can be more closely managed to lower contamination, reduces the distance material has to travel, and can build a sense of community and connectedness to local food systems. Industrial composting is certainly part of the solution, but local opportunities are still worth seeking out whenever possible. If you would like to try your hand at community composting and live in the San Jose area, feel free to join us at Marshall Cottle Park every Wednesday and third Saturday to help out at our compost demonstration site.